Within weeks of publishing this widely read and influential essay, Buckley himself told a national television talk show host that if he were a New Hampshire resident, he would vote for Patrick Buchanan in the upcoming presidential primary as a protest against the policies of President George Bush. The point, of course, is that even William Buckley, who recognizes that Patrick Buchanan expresses anti-Semitic views and who understands the danger of the growing tolerance for people with such views, is willing to ignore these evils in the interest of what for him is a larger issue, protesting the policies of President Bush. Some voters also have other issues that permit them to ignore the bigotries of David Duke. Issues such as opposition to racial quotas, busing, immigration, abortion, secularization of American life. For many African American voters of goodwill, there are issues that move them to ignore Louis Farrakhan's anti-Semitism or City College professor Leonard Jeffries' anti-white rhetoric. All in all, the final decade of the second millennium threatens to be an unsettled period of dislocation, uncertainty, and searching. The appeal of extremism in such a time has been a recurring historical phenomenon, especially when the vacuum has occurred so quickly. The collective memory of any generation does not reach back more than a few decades. Our memory of World War II, of fascism, and of the Holocaust is quickly fading. More recent memories of communism, of unwon wars such as Vietnam, of the civil rights movement, are somewhat sharper, though they too are blurring against the background of even more current realities such as increasing unemployment, strident nationalism, and religious fundamentalism. I approached this book with a wide lens on the larger, more international issues and a more narrow focus on our own country and its unique problems such as massive crime and the dangers it poses not only to our safety, but to our liberty. Throughout, I try to look at our world, both large and small, from my own somewhat iconoclastic perspective. I represent no established point of view. I am difficult to chart on the conventional right-left, conservative-liberal, hawk-dove continua. I am a Jewish, American, academic, civil libertarian, but I disagree with much of what the Jewish leadership of this country stands for. I am out of sync with the current American leadership. I rarely agree with my academic colleagues, and I am a dissident within the American Civil Liberties Union. My views truly are contrary to popular opinion, even within those groups with which I most closely identify. I offer my perspective on a wide variety of issues in this volume for your consideration. Judges, justices, juries, and the court. 2 cheers for our legal system. Today's judges fail to make the grade. I am certain that Winston Churchill would have evaluated the Anglo-American legal system in much the same way he evaluated Anglo-American democracy, the worst possible system, except for all the others. Despite its considerable failings both in theory and in practice, our legal system is better than all the others. This is not, of course, to underestimate the failings of our system. Our judges, including our Supreme Court justices, are among the least qualified in the democratic world today. Many come from the ranks of the mediocrities, if not the dregs of our legal profession. There are some very distinguished lawyers who ascend the bench, but they are way outnumbered by the mediocrities. Many judges are incredibly lazy, regarding their position as a kind of benign retirement from the rigors of law practice. Some are corrupt, although exchanges of cash are rare these days. The current currency of corruption is the exchange of favors and influence. Judges look more favorably on certain lawyers, law firms, and clients. Some lawyers make it their business to cultivate the friendship of judges. They get themselves invited to judicial conferences where lawyers socialize with the judges before whom they practice. These lawyers manage to be photographed with judges and then hang these photos in their office to attract clients. They try to serve on judicial selection, promotion, or evaluation committees. They attend dinners with judges.